You from Chatham House. We have a lot of Nigeria out here. The venue is packed full. As such, a lot of people couldn't get in. People have been here since 11. As you can see, there are a lot of crowd out here, Nigerians, who waiting expectantly to see the incoming president of Nigeria. These are Nigerians out here. The hall is packed full, and as such, people cannot go in. That's why you see a lot of people out here.
Look at them now. Look at them. Look at them.
These are Nigerians that midway for the country, came all the way from different parts of the United Kingdom. You can see the crowd out here. People could not go in. We have a Nigerian here with us, the supporters of Labour Party. Sir, can you please tell us your name? Okay. We are here to welcome the incoming president of Nigeria. I'm sure you are an ardent supporter of PeterObi to become the president. What is your take on his visit to Chatham House?
I think I have to because in as much as I know, he is the least competent.
Do you think PeterObi will be able to deliver, considering the situation that Nigeria is currently facing at the moment?
When somebody is talking like this, it's only responsible. So you know he's not able to say. And that's no way you can understand. And the picture of the past record, we are living an exemplary life. Children are not being pampered, and other people. I'm not about God, my God. We gave them really adequate education. And even when I tell ourselves to tell you that they don't even have a car. They cannot give you the car, they can buy one. Other presidents, other government aspects, I make sure that families not only for him, it's not governing himself. Security, work opportunity, and all these things. I mean, it's me for one, I'll just pick up. There's no good environment.
Your tracksuit, everything. Thank you.
Money, fantastic brain. The Nigerians are the greatest people in the whole world. Nigeria as a country is the richest country in the whole world. Nigerians are the most intelligent people. Nigeria are the smartest people. Nigeria are the most successful people in every sector in this world. And then we decide to allow Boo-Boo to be our president. That was when we got it wrong. Now we have candidates. We have Atiku that says he steals through special vehicle, God knows what. Personal confession. We have Balapu. We have the high current to roast plantain. The high voltage to roast corn. The Abado King is telling us now that he wants to go to Nigerians run the country.
Yeah, it's true.
We do not need somebody who will enter government today, the next day is in London for medical.
Another people.
I will not even know what this is.
Other people.
Shetima, you and I know Shetima. Shetima has vowed to destroy the Igbos. It's on record. And anybody who wants to destroy the Igbos, invariably wants to destroy the Igbos. It makes no secret of it. Because the Igbo man lives in every part of Nigeria. All over the world. No. We're discussing Nigeria now because they say Igbo people, they don't sell land to foreigners. No, Igbo man comes to your land The land you sell to your fellow brother for 100 naira, you will sell to an Igbo man for 800 naira.
He will still buy
He will buy it. He will sell markets. Your small town will turn to city. Igbo man will expand it. Igbo man will create jobs. Igbo man will settle, okay, we'll open shop in the next street. It continues. Okay, we'll bring people from the village and make it grow. They are still in this Nigeria. Now they have a good candidate that can unite Nigeria. You are saying no, he's an Igbo candidate. When Obasanjo came to power, was he a Yoruba candidate?
No.
Umaru Yar'Adua came to power, was he a Hausa Fulani candidate?
No.
When Atiku was vice president of Obasanjo, was he a Fulani candidate?
No.
When Jonathan, let me discuss Jonathan, thank you. Listen, because people always, listen, no, I'm very serious. People always say Jonathan is somebody that they have given to the South. Jonathan is their candidate. Jonathan was never our candidate. Listen carefully, they have picked Jonathan and forced him on us because they know the man is not that man. They want to put him here, and that is why Nigeria president so far that they could just because they know. Now we are saying Obi, Nigerians, Nadeko, all the people that fought for we are all from all parts of Nigeria. Now that we have it, he is ready to fight this good fight for us. Party. We would have rejected him. Would you vote for him? No. Okay, so if he comes and contests now, would you vote for him?
No.
If Soludo comes now, would you vote for him? No. Tell me, would you vote for him? No. Tell me that one person that will come now that has a shady character that is going to support. No. Obi is somebody who has come to fight for all Nigerians. Obi is a Nigerian. So our vote is for Obi. You understand? He's healthy, he's sound, he's ready to work. From day one, Obi will step into the ring and fight for everybody. You understand? So we should not fold our hands and let these idiots, whatever they are, say that he's an Igbo candidate. That is something they can only say against him.
What do you have to say about the Igbo elites or the political class who have ganged up against Obi?
It's a good thing.
In an attempt
it's
to
a good
rubbish
thing. It's a good thing because it goes to show you that he is not the Igbo candidate. If they were together now saying let us project Obi, then people will say, oh, look at the Igbos, they are rallying for him. Now the Igbos are coming out. Even the state governor of the state is saying that he's not supporting him. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Listen, the man that is hated the most.
People are leaving Nigeria because Nigeria has become inhabitable. We cannot go on. If Nigeria continues the way it is going today, Nigeria will be destroyed and we will not have any home to go to. Nigeria still remain our home and we must protect Nigeria at all costs. Thank you very much.
Wow. Nigeria still remain our home. We must protect it. We must fight for it. Freedom, you can't get it for free. You have got to fight for it. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I'm Yes Corner. Thanks for your super chat earlier on. Anybody watching us right now, if you're on the comment section, if you are not on the comment section, as long as you're watching this broadcast, please hit on the $sign right there. Encourage us to do more for you. Help us to share, like the broadcast as well. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to us. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we're on air like this, talking about the things that's affecting you and I. Appreciate every one of you on the comment section. I can see me or Nagboye. I'm surprised, you be my friend though, but one time I can't say, make I feel leave you first, me election finish, more come become brothers again, as will fair be. But now, I say I don't manage convert you because even last week, now Atiku, now you they talk for president, Atiku for president, but I'm surprised I see comment for you just now say PeterObi must become president this year. Hey, that means I'm doing a great job here. Una way they talk, say I know they try for year. Simon Nangbo, my brother. But I surprised saying Atiku they support all this. Why? But right, just now I see say He don't change now, PeterObi. And God will bless all of us for here. We could help us share. We could help us share. God bless every one of you. CM, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Good evening. Okay. Good evening, Niger Watch, and good evening, everybody. My regards to those that have spoken before me and those that will speak after me. Today is indeed a day to celebrate. Personally, I'm happy today for one particular reason. PeterObi's appearance at the Chatham House was a thing of joy. Not only because of what he said, but the way he ended it. I recall, probably PeterObi must be listening to Niger Watch. Though I can't claim originality quotation, but that is my favorite quotation, that there is one thing that is stronger than all the armies, all the military of this world. That is an idea whose time has come. That's what PeterObi used to end all the question and answer session. And after that, he started, they ordered everybody out. He said, the time has come. This the idea whose time has come. He is the idea whose time has come. So going into details of all that he said, I want to point on one or two things. The first person to ask him a question regarding let him stand up and condemn IPOB, that IPOB's activity is alarming rate. You see, these are Bado journalists or people sent in there to come and ask a question. Like you pointed out, he said it's a short question or whatever, but he was fidgeting. There's a place called Niger State, 25 local governments, 7 local government effectively under the grip of bandit. Obi visited there, even with their flag. ISIS flag is flying in Niger State. Nigerian media won't talk about that. But the moment Soludo wanting to criticize PeterObi and withdraw support, people will rise up in arms. Igbos are not united. Igbos will talk. In fact, if someone asks today, on the last clip you showed, I'm so happy that the so-called Igbo elites, the lives of 4 houses all over the world, Jews or Kalo, Rochas, Okorocha, they are not part of PeterObi. The guy said it's best. Those people are supporting PeterObi. It will be a burden to him. He won't satisfy their ego. So it is that they are separate. The real people that matter are those people that came out at your and thousands or millions came out for him. So so when somebody, I hope that people will also learn on Niger Watch that, effective that solution that tomorrow now one senator whose money must have finished, Atiku get to come and say something, or Tinubu distributed money, when he says something, some people let this Igbo, let them unite. Unite with a thief. If Obi is not uniting with criminals, how do you expect an average voter to unite with them? That is the issue. Obi has led everything. As from now on, there's no question. The fate of every other person has been sealed. His fate as the next president of Nigeria has been effectively confirmed today before the international community. If you look at what the British press will write tomorrow, they will tell you, this is the chap. Look at the way he answered the questions. These are questions he has been answering since last year. What will you do about this? From consumption to production, the structure of criminality, he will dismantle it. I know Obi said he will dismantle it. Madam Rita added obliterate. Let me add my own. Pulverize, because we are in Niger Watch, we are learning. If Obi says he will dismantle the structure of criminality, and Madam Rita said it is better to be better, it will be pulverized. So this is Niger Watch. That's why we are here. So what he said to be honest, I'm happy he appeared Chatham. Nobody will ever query his credentials to the position unless the person just wants a chief of himself. There is no way you look at the man, he's well this job equipped and he what he's doing. Now,
Your
from
network
what
is
people are
affected.
saying now, like, what do they call this type of people? Maybe what they call like a man in a
Your network.
skeleton. Oh, wait. Oh God.
Your network. I think
hope
say you
it's
don't
coming
sort
out.
this network out since 2020. We don't enter 2020
you
now.
will. Oh God, what is this?
And when you they talk better thing like this, your network will all come from nowhere. Begin the Oga okay. Let's come back to you, Oga Sort that out because we they struggle to hear you right now. Let's go to Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike, good evening to you, sir. Talk to us on what we have presented so far.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you once again, sir.
It's nice to be here again. You know, sometimes I try not to say certain things.
Sir, we have some noise on your background, or maybe a gadget is playing. Please turn it off.
You are too sensitive.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Okay, that's done. Thank you.
It's okay now?
Yes, better. It's better. Talk to us, sir.
Madam is in the kitchen, so she's also enjoying her program on television. So
I just said I better pounded yam, Mr. Ike want eat this with
my brother no pounded yam, but today I eat beans and plantain.
Aye, see, better life. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Listen, I think that no honest person living that is mocking an old man or mocking somebody that is sick. Sickness is not the making of anybody, and old age is a blessing. Every one of us is praying to live long, to see our children, our grandchildren, even possible great-grandchildren. And that's why our parents always pray for us that we live older more than dead. You know, it is always painful when young people die before their parents. So old age is a blessing.
Yes.
So any honest Nigerian we are not mocking Tinubu of his age, but we are trying to be honest. We are trying to face facts. And in old age, there are things that you cannot do anymore without the help of somebody. What I did about 40 years ago, I cannot do it right now. Even though I want to do it right now, I am going to be very, very extremely careful for me to do that, because I know that the way I was doing it 40 years ago, I don't care about what it will come out for because of my young age. But right now, by the grace of God, I'm 60. There are certain things I still do, but I do it with carefulness. I do it with the sense that, listen, you are no more the same Ike you used to be years ago. So that is all what we're saying. If Tinubu is healthy at his age, if he's healthy at his age, he can run the presidency of Nigeria. But the fact remains that he's not healthy. The fact remains that medically he's sick. The fact remains that the people that are following him know that he is sick. The fact remains that the people that are pushing him and using him, they know that he has a short time to live because they want to use him as a stepping stone to take over their sorrow. That is just the politics that have been played. The Keyamu of a guy knows this is the politics that is being played. Femi Fani Kayode, who claimed to be intelligent, who claimed to know everything, is playing the same politics. The chairman of APC and his group, who are pushing him, who are helping him to raise his hand, or people who are pushing him to the stage, they know that this man is sick. They know that this man cannot put one or two words together without making a mistake. He loses touch with his brain and his mouth. So it's a fact. We are not mocking it. It's a fact. So what we're trying to say that at his age, by now, if he's not healthy, he's supposed to be at home, be an elder statesman. Maybe, with his political clout, support somebody, and be in support of a candidate. Nobody is going to question, nobody will be talking about all these things we are talking. So when somebody like Keyamu come to the national television to begin to deny facts that I see, begin to try to defend indefensible, it is laughable a country like Nigeria, where things like this can always take place. So APC supporters and those who are supporting Agbado people, listen, nobody is mocking your candidate, but we're trying to state the fact that this man is sick, and without being aided, Tinubu cannot do anything on his own for 20 minutes. And that is a bad sign for a country like Nigeria that is already dead. The country is on a flat note. And somebody is pushing somebody who you know that he cannot think in the next 15 minutes to run a country that is almost buried. So this is the point. And it's because of this structure of criminality, people like Festus Keyamu is a senior advocate of Nigeria. I don't know from which bar association, which law school, or under which government administration that they made this man a son. Because I've been trying to figure out, I've been trying to remember so many senior advocates of Nigerians that I know up to today. I cannot understand how this man became a son. It's a politics of who know man that is being played in Nigeria. So I don't know how this man can defend anybody in the law court. So let the people know that we are not, I'm not against Tinubu on his old age. I'm only talking about physical and mental ability that he's not fit to be president of Nigeria. Pure and simple. So anybody who is making that plan to vote this young man, or those people who are pushing him, they know that they're pushing the man to his grave. Because they know that maybe after 6 months, the man will not have even the single knowledge of what is going around him. Then his vice president, who has always said that he's going to be in charge of security, be able to take over the government. And you know what Nigeria is going to look like. So, I mean, it is sad that every time he comes on television, he talk about, when they ask him a simple question, he begins to go around so many stories, trying to bully a journalist, trying to bully the people that are asking questions, trying to make so much noise. But I thank God, like Sister Rita said, the calmness of that lady of Arise Television, allowing him to say all the stuff that he wants to say. So that is by the way. And another thing I want to remind us, like I said before I went to close my center door, I said I don't want to say certain things, because we are almost approaching to the boiling point of the election. But sometimes some people, whenever they make a comment, they talk about, oh, the Igbos are against themselves, the Igbos are that, the Igbos are that. Listen, I have to be honest with you. There is no section of Nigeria that is more Nigerian than an Igbo man. No single section in Nigeria is more Nigerian than an Igbo man. From the south to the west, to the north and south of Nigeria, anywhere you go, you find an Igbo man established. From north, from Kano to Katsina, from Katsina to Sokoto, from Sokoto to Kano, to Bauchi, to Gongola, to Adamawa, to Gombe, to Borno State, even Borno State. You have the Igbos that are so established in business, that are living peacefully with their fellow Northerners in Nigeria, doing their businesses. Some of the Igbos were born in the north. Is it Lagos? Who are the architects of Lagos? Is it the River State today? Who are the people that are running the economic affairs of River State? It is the Igbos. The Igbos single-handedly developed Lagos State. Is it in Edo State? Mission Road today. My mother's senior brother they are the first people who developed Mission Road in electronics. Sony Blues Electronics, you are from Benin. Go to Mission Road in Benin today. Benin today, the businesses that are being run in all the states are run by the Igbos. In Warrington, let me tell you anywhere. Wherever an Igbo man goes, becomes his home. Tell me any single organized business any northern man has in the eastern Nigeria. No one. No single business by a Yoruba man. No one. From south side, no one. What you see in the north are people shoe shiners from the north. And every time people come here, they talk about the Igbos. What is wrong for being an Igbo man? I had business in the north. I did my business in Kaduna. I lived in the north. I lived in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos. I lived in Benin. I am an Igbo man. I am living outside Nigeria. That is the mind of a detribalized Nigerian. All my friends are from Edo State. They're from Rivers. They're from the north. They're from the south. Everywhere. So, why the candidacy of PeterObi is a problem to Nigeria, that's the question I am asking. Because he's an Igbo man. He must come from somewhere. The president of Nigeria right now is from the north. Why are we fighting? That a Hausa Fulani man should hand over to a Hausa Fulani, where you have other tribes of Nigeria who are more qualified than the people that are ruling this country. And somebody is bringing into sentiment of things that I really do not understand what is the problem of Nigerians.
Okay, Mr. Ike, please, you have 30 seconds to go. Thank you, sir.
So please, let this idea of some of the Igbos that everybody in Igbo land will never support PeterObi. You know the structures we are talking about. Those are the people who are the brain behind the structures. They can never support PeterObi. But every common sensible Igbo man is behind PeterObi, no matter whatever they do.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Shooks Ibuboze, good evening to you, sir. I'd like you to talk to us.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, good. Okay, sir. Talk to us.
Yeah, good evening once again. Good evening, fellow panelists and everybody watching us.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we've spoken earlier on about Chatham House, and I think many people have done justice to that. And you know, like I said earlier, it made my day. You know, I will now regret this very day. You know, so I'm gonna go to Festus Keyamu. You know, it's we know his styles. You know. And his styles come from his master and presidential candidate, Aguado. It's all about bullying. It's all about Aguado. I don't know if it is only me that had that. When they asked him the last question, he said Atiku, Tinubu. You know, so that is to tell you that Tinubu is Atiku, Atiku is Tinubu. You know, I watched earlier on where Belaya was, blowing hot about him not coming to court, his principal not coming to court to defend himself, or subject himself to scrutiny. So these people, they are the same.
Sir, you have some noise on your background. Can you sort that out?
Okay, right, it's a light. Sorry. Is it all right now?
Okay, it's better. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, all of them are the same. We know the tactics of Festus Keyamu. He can always bully. If it is Rufai now, they will say because Rufai asks too much question. A seasoned journalist will always be a seasoned journalist. So I give that to Arise, for that young lady's professionalism, the way she handled it. It's like they're targeting Arise, not just Rufai, they're targeting Arise. And that is their ways of doing things. And, and if you go to the TVC, you see the different system, where they accommodate themselves and, just others away. So Festus Keyamu shouting and, banging, that one is not, it's not a news. The news right now is what our presidential candidate did in Chatham House. You have stated the facts. And, when he answered the question on, foreign affairs, like, business coming to Nigeria, that is wonderful, because that is what we need. You will always, find what you want, no matter where it is, as long as there's no danger for you there. So that's what he means. If he comes around, destroy, corrupt them, destroy all these structures they put in place that, all this nonsense they put on the way that makes business difficult. You have said it already that he's going to open the market. So he has so many language to explain one thing. That's what I understand today. He has so many language to explain just one thing. He have said it that he's going to open the market, going to open business. Exactly the same thing he said today, but in another word. So we're all here. All we got to do is, do what we need to do because he is the man. That's no another person. I don't want to talk much about the negativities of other candidates, but right now we need to concentrate on, how to make him the president because what I seen today, especially when you watch the crowd outside, you will cry. If I'm there, I don't know how I'm going to hold my emotion. Seeing him talking to me in that kind of environment. We see when they went on their own, even the the man who hosted the event, he said to him when he was going that the press is waiting for you outside. The press. Did we hear that when Aguado went there? He wouldn't even want to see the press. No, but this one, they told him that they are waiting for him. I'm just curious for tomorrow. Headlines. I'm just curious because they will come big. It's not an easy something. Nigeria is not a small country. We're beginning to believe again. Look at what he said about our passport, that you will be proud to have that green passport in your hand. Do you know what that does to many Nigerians in diaspora today? And those at home who are wishing to go and, do their business and come back home proudly? So I think today he has sailed the ticket today. That's all I can say. He has sailed the ticket today. The presidency, today is the day he announced himself to the world that I am the right person and I am the Nigerian president. I yield here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your submission. I appreciate you. Let's see if, okay, I'll come back to you then. I'll come back to you, Mr. CM. I wanted to try you right now. Son of God, Bala Blue, please talk to us, my brother. Good evening to you. Are you there?
Yeah, Mr. Najawat.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yeah, I greet everybody. I greet the panelists. Today, it's a very good day. I've been listening to Mr. President come next month, and he did a fantastic job. This last video you played, I'm very happy about that video because I've been trying to express myself, in that way. But apparently, that guy on Brown, blew the trumpet. As an Igbo man, I'm very happy that PeterObi's presidential aspiration is being haunted and not being supported by the Igbo political elites. That goes a long way to show and to tell the rest of Nigerians that PeterObi is not an Igbo candidate. PeterObi is a Nigerian candidate. And that is why the likes of Chukwuma Soludo, what's the other one from Abia State, Ojuzo Kalu, and the likes of them, speak ill about his candidacy. Because these are people who are the criminal structure that PeterObi is talking about. And he's coming to dismantle it. And you know why they know that he's coming to dismantle it? He did it in Anambra State. They call him Okutendi Igbo for a reason. And I like what Mr. Evie says, that this PeterObi is gentle. Let you enter there, you see his true color. My brother, you will see a man that is strong. A man that has the heart to do the right thing. That woman asked the question that the Mechanos that we tried to oppose him, he answered that question in a very subtle way. That anybody that stands in the way, so be it. Go and research what that means. Go and verify. So, I'm happy. I'm excited. I've always followed PeterObi even before he moved over to Labour Party, while he was touring all the whole northern state under PDP. And I can say that in trance, I have seen PeterObi as the president of Nigeria. So therefore, I still re-echo it that it is visible to the blind, audible to the deaf, that PeterObi is the next president of Nigeria. And, Festus Keyamu, born in Ugeli, his father is from Efurun, went to primary school somewhere in Ugeli and Ekboma, I believe. And he's a practicing lawyer, became a son. I'm very disappointed. Well, but my disappointment did not just start now, because that guy, I've always seen him as a charlatan. You understand? I believe his sonship was a paddy form of position. He doesn't qualify to be a son. And at this point, I respectfully will say, Mr. Najawat, I do not like to focus on the likes of Tinubu and Atiku, who has 31 allegedly biological children, because he might be more, because that guy, he does not see anything that does with the skirt and the passes it. So I don't like to focus on those people. My message with few days to go for the election is how we mobilize, we ginger our fellow Nigerians and our brothers that they should collect their PVC and be ready to go to that war front, which is the ballot box, and cast out votes. Because I like the body language of the current president, Muhammad Buhari, and that's the body language of someone who apparently does not care who takes over him after him. Therefore, I believe his government will do everything possible to provide an environment for a free, fair, and credible election without the use of state power to influence the outcome of the election. I look forward to tomorrow. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakub, at the Chatham House, and I anticipate that Nigerians will have, very interesting questions and concerning questions for him to answer, because this election is between the common Nigerian people and INEC. So INEC is the referee of this match, and if they provide a fair and plain level field, we know that the Nigerian people are going to be in Aso Rock, because Mr. PeterObi have said, I'm not running for the president, but we are running for the president through him. So at this point, I want to say, Naija Watch, history will not forget what you are doing. Posterity will remember Naija Watch and every panelist that is here who fought for a better Nigeria without guns, without weapons, but with ideas and contributions, and creating, awareness to the Nigerian populace on the right thing to do. I end by saying,
thank you.
Victor Hugo, you cannot beat an idea whose time has come. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Amen to your prayer. God bless you. Thank you always. All right, we have King Emeka with us today. King Emeka, good evening to you. Talk to us. What is your take on our principal at Chatham House today?
All right. Thank you very much, Elvis. Good evening, everyone. I actually didn't listen to the program, watch it. I've been quite busy. I probably will do that later in the day, or maybe tomorrow.
Okay, you didn't watch it. Is that what you mean?
I didn't watch it, so I'll watch it later on today. So I don't think I'll be in the right position to speak about on it.
Okay, now I will play 2 minutes of it for you. I want you to respond to this particular one. It's very, very important. Let me play this part where I want you to respond to, which is just hope I get it right now, because Emeka did not watch that Chatham House. Please, everybody, mute yourself for now. I need to play this part quickly, sharply. Let me see if I can find it. One moment, my people. Please continue to share this broadcast, and let's do this together. I appreciate every one of you. And God bless you now. All right, I think I got the video I'm looking for. Okay, let's do this. I want you to listen to this.
Well, madam, you get the question. You have the strongest arm in the audience. Please introduce yourself. One question.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon and welcome, sir. My name is Priscilla Winkbo, and I'm an independent broadcaster here in London. And sir, you spoke about your point number 5, which is to generate electricity and power in Nigeria. And you spoke about transmission, distribution, and generation. But I think it's fair to say that our problems with power goes beyond those 3 areas. And the main problem that I see here is this. We have a population, or part of the economy, shall we say, those who supply spare parts, the engineers, those who work within that sector, whether it's those that are selling generators. And we know that that issue is perhaps the biggest issue when it comes to our power generation. So my question here is this. How do you plan, number 1, and I'm going to take a risk here, to deal with the big boys, and how do you also plan to address that economy that will then no longer exist because you have generated power? Because I'm sure that they too will rise up against it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There you go, Peter. 3 questions.
Let me start with my sister there. He talked about the big. What you're saying is about the big boys who are selling generators. Let me assure you what we've been campaigning on. Our campaign, you have heard them say we don't have structures. That is the structure we're trying to destroy. Structure of criminality. That is what I mentioned. That Nigeria is being held captive. That structure is structure that have impoverished Nigeria. We will dismantle it. It will not be there. I assure you of that. We're going to turn around the power sector. Nigeria generates about, today, 56,000 megawatts of electricity for 200 million people. And South Africa, the second biggest in terms of economy in the continent, 5 to 6,000, that's 5 to 6,000, sorry. And South Africa, the second biggest economy, 60 million people, generates about 40 to 50,000. And South Africa, in the past 3 months, have declared emergency in power and said anybody can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. So somebody who is 60 million, generating about over 40,000, declared emergency. What do you think somebody with 2 million people generating 5 to 6,000 will do? War. I'm going to declare war on power, and I'll solve it. Anybody who stands on the way, so be it.
Okay, Mr. Emeka, I played that video particularly because of you. I guess you watched it, you listened to it. Please talk to us.
All right, fine. I think that's the question was about what he's going to do to those who sell power generators to the country. I believe so. And then
how he can bring light to Nigeria. You watched it.
Well, what he answered, I don't think he answered the question very well. He said he's going to declare war on power, and anybody who stands on the way, so be it. Right? Correct me if you think I said something else that differs to what he said, but that, to me, that's what I heard, and that's what I'm repeating. In my view, I don't think he answered the question very well. He should be able to articulate properly what he thinks he can do about the power generation, not only generation as well as distribution, because those are the components.
That's not the question they ask him. They ask him those people that is importing generator. Did you hear the ladies talking?
I heard him. I heard the question. Thank you for
generator.
Somebody's real.
There's noise coming out from somebody, please. Mute yourself now.
So I heard him. That's why I said he didn't answer the question very well, right? He jumped into.
Okay, tell me, what's your take on that?
Yeah, my take on that is, like what he said, he's going to declare war on power in Nigeria. Most definitely, once the government is taking something serious, nobody can stop them. Technically, regardless of whatever interest you may have, if the government says this is what we want to do and they are here-bound on doing it and implementing it, you can't stop them, or else you want to contravene the law and you want to risk yourself going to jail or paying certain penalties, because those with power, if you're in the government, you are very powerful because you are in the government. And if you're not in the government, you want to go against the government, maybe, I don't know what you intend to do, you will get yourself burnt. So I don't think whoever those that have specific interests that do not want Nigerians to have 24/7 power supply, when the government takes it serious, I don't think they stand a chance. They don't have a chance. Or that they might probably check for the next business to go into, or comply with the government. And maybe I don't, because for me, I think I've done a little bit of reading on what is responsible for our power issues. I think even there was an interview by the previous, was it the TCN guy, the managing director who left, and he gave an adequate brief of what is going on. Yes, we are generating power, but the transmission, we are not transmitting enough power to the discos.
So you mean, Emeka, you mean that a man who said he's going to declare war on power, whoever that is behind the darkness in Nigeria, did not answer the question well. Is that what
No,
you're
he
saying?
didn't answer the question very well because I have a brief knowledge about it. Because, number one, there's a bill in the National House of Assembly.
You are not getting it. The lady asked him about generator.
Yes.
He's not asking him
He
how
said
will
he
you give
didn't
life
answer
to
the
Nigeria?
he didn't answer the question. I think what the lady wants, what are you going to do with these people? He now jumped into South Africa is producing this, Nigeria is
No,
producing
what are you going to do with these people when he responded by saying he will declare war against them? You say he didn't answer that well?
He didn't answer the question properly.
Excuse me, Naija Watch. Can I just make it? Emeka, I'm sorry, respectfully.
Emeka, go and watch the video, I beg. Go and watch the full video, please.
Respectfully.
And stop spreading
Mr.
something.
Mr. Alex, hold on.
Please, hold on.
Respectfully, Emeka, Obi, for me and to all other audience, he dissected the question. And I want you to listen to the parts where he said, whoever stands in the way, so be it. Yes. That is a summary of the
that's what
answer.
he said. That's what I answered. He said Nigeria is producing 5,000 or 6,000 megawatts. South Africa is producing 50,000, and South Africa is declaring emergency on power. If South Africa is declaring emergency on power, then we in Nigeria, who is producing less, should declare war. I am going to declare war on power.
He spoke in figure of speech, Emeka. He spoke in a parable.
Alex, can I complete
Hold
my
on,
statement?
hold on. Okay.
And I am
Now,
going to declare war on power, and whoever stands on the way, so be it. He didn't say I am going to sanction generators.
But you don't expect him to say it. So be it already tells you what he's going to do.
I do not expect him to say. That's why I say he didn't answer the question properly to my own. You might say he answered it to your own satisfaction. He didn't answer it to my own satisfaction. He just made certain remarks and said whoever stands on the way, so be it. And what I did, I extrapolated that and I said if anybody wants to stand on the way of the federal government, when the federal government wants to take power generation or power supply seriously, you risk the chance of either going to jail, paying a penalty, or getting yourself burnt.
And Naija, for the purpose of a debate, I think Emeka is entitled to his opinion, and I think that answers.
Except you want to hear specific comment from me, and I'm saying it. If a federal government,
what I'm saying, Emeka, what I'm saying, I know you're entitled to your own opinion, but what I'm saying here is that somebody is behind the darkness that you and I is facing in Nigeria, right? And a presidential candidate is saying if he's elected, he will declare war of whoever that is behind the darkness that we all are facing in Nigeria.
Okay, yeah, fine. I think that's the way you understood this comment. What I understand from his comment is that I'm going to declare war on power generation in the sense that I am going to go full out to ensure that we generate sufficient power supply to the country. Whoever wants to risk the chance of stopping me from doing that,
so face the law.
Good. Face the law. So
be it means that he's going to face the government.
If you risk the chance of you trying to stop me from declaring war on this, then what probably that I'm interpreting it in my own understanding. Whatever you see, take it. And I juxtapose that with my other comments saying that if a federal government is serious about implementing specific things, whoever wants to stop that risks the chance of either going to jail.
Okay, Mr. Emeka, before you move on, for you to know what Mr. PeterObi was saying, although he was not directly, because you don't supposed to do that. Watch this 30 seconds video quickly. Please mute yourself. Please, mute yourself, sir. Mute yourself. Excuse me, sir. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Thank you.
Very, very emotional about it.
Please.
Because I believe if we had handled the issue of electricity when we were in office by 2005, we would have provided enough electricity for the people of this country. But unfortunately, we did not follow that route. We left, nothing was achieved. Nothing was achieved.
Okay, Mr. Emeka. Yep. Atiku took he and his cabinet or whatever, they took $16 billion for electricity and they could not give us lights. Till today, nobody arrested him.
Very shameful.
Okay,
very,
good.
Very shameful.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I think they are the problem with this whole stuff, right?
Okay, now a lady came out speaking indirectly Indirect, if you listen to that woman, she was actually directing a question about Atiku, but she could not mention the name. Asking Mr. PeterObi, how would you handle generator and the
those who
darkness
say
that we
generator,
are?
yes, those who say power generator. Okay,
Exactly.
Evans, let me say something before I jump into that comment. Here in Canada, people still sell power generator. In America, people still sell power generator.
No, Emeka, don't go there, please.
What I'm saying this.
You and I, no, there's no need for
Nigeria.
that. You and I know why they're selling generator in Canada. Don't turn me
it
to
doesn't stop that market.
I don't like that.
It can slow the growth, but it doesn't stop the market. Whether she was insinuating about Atiku or not, I don't know. But the 16 billion is clear. It was thrown into a dark hole. We've not benefited from it. Not only have we not benefited from it, even the Obasanjo government, when certain states, especially Lagos State, wanted to build their own independent power plants, Obasanjo refuses. When certain states wanted to borrow funds to go and build their own independent power plants, Obasanjo refuses to provide sovereign guarantee so that they can be able to borrow from the international market. You see, now right from that down to Buhari, and also I do not know why Buhari, after 7 years, not after he had the written to say, okay, I think we should throw in a bill for other states who have enough money to go and build their own independent power plant to push it into the national grid and reduce this our burden. Up to that point, why do they not initiate this? Why do the federal government,
Mecca,
why do our federal government
for you to round up, I give you 2 minutes.
Why do our federal government keep thinking they can do things all by themselves? It is wrong.
Okay, let me ask you a question, my brother. Okay. Let me ask you a question so that we can move on. All right, I gave everybody 6 minutes. 2 minutes now. I want you to answer. If you are a president, how will you handle the people hindering the light in Nigeria?
How will I handle it? It's very clear. It's tell the police or law enforcement officers, maybe if it's borderline on corruption, tell them to go in. Or I know that there's a section in the civil service. There's a department, rather, not a section, internal audit. Go and do an audit of the power sector, right? The power generation is already privatized. Power distribution is already privatized.
No, you don't get my question. No. You are diverting. If you are president, you already know there are a set of cabals that is.
I am expanding on that. So power generation is already privatized. Power distribution is already privatized. It is the transmission that is yet to be privatized, right? Now do an audit or an investigation on these 3 sectors: the generation, the transmission, and the distribution. With the distribution, they can only distribute what has been transmitted to them. If you don't transmit, they can't distribute. So the audit should be focused on this. And those who are culpable, should go to jail. Completely go to jail.
That's all I was waiting to hear. That's all. And the last question before you go, Emeka, do you believe that there are people behind the reason why Nigeria don't have light tomorrow? Yes,
there are people behind every failures in the country. Anywhere in the world, there are people who, or either as a
no, just answer this specific one, because we have to kind of the trouble we are facing in Nigeria a lot.
Why
do you believe there are a set of people behind the reason why we don't have light in Nigeria?
You see, one thing, I do not make assumptions except I have evidence. One. But I believe there are people or system or processes behind every good operation and every poor operation. When it's a poor operation, it is a weakness of either internal control processes or procedures, and people who are either ineptitude, lazy, or do not have the right qualification and experience to be in that place. If it's system, it is a failure.
Answer the question now that Buhari and his cabinet, they failed because they could not provide us light in 7.5 years.
Yeah, they failed. Obasanjo too failed.
No. Hold on. If we have to go back, all of them failed. I'm talking about where we are now.
Yeah.
Do you agree that Buhari and his cabinet failed as
Yes,
the
they failed. It was part of the electoral
like
promises that was made, and they failed. That he didn't achieve it within, and he's going to leave within a few months. He failed. He promised Nigeria to provide them 24 hours power supply.
Good.
He failed
And
on
he
it.
failed.
He
God
also
bless
promised Nigeria. No, apart from promising Nigeria 24 hours supply, he promised Nigeria 24,000 megawatts.
And he failed.
And he failed to generate that. So he failed on that. Yes, his report card is F.
And you also know that Tinubu was the national chairman of APC, right?
Yeah, Tinubu is the national leader of APC and currently the presidential candidate of
Tinubu
APC.
was part of the people who made that promise, and he also made the promise of paying student loan and all that. They could not
Tinubu reiterated that electoral promises, but again, Tinubu is not part of the administration. So, which I clearly,
right?
But his voice is part of the administration. Those ones you claim that he mentored.
We are getting somewhere, please.
Guys, which I have clearly said before. There's a difference between politics, which is the process and the pursuit of power, and governance, which is the administration and control of either a jurisdiction, a province, a state, or a country. They are clearly different. Tinubu reiterated that electoral promises that Buhari promised. He did. Not only did Tinubu reiterated it, APC chieftains and APC members also reiterated and stood by it. Did they fail? They failed. But is Tinubu part of the administration? No. He didn't hold any post. He didn't take any contracts. He was not part of the administration.
He was the national chairman.
Of
the failed party.
No, national leader. He's not the chairman.
National leader, okay.
That aspect, no, I'm not absolving him off from the blames.
I know.
In the aspect of the governance, that is the implementation of the electoral promises made to the electorate.
Okay, but finally,
but
Tinubu and Buhari, they failed in their promises, right?
APC failed to deliver on specific electoral promises, which includes the generation of power supply. They failed mostly on that.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy that you answered my questions right. I like that.
I wanted to ask a question.
I'm a very objective individual.
No question.
I will never be biased. I will tell you the way it is.
I like the way you answered it.
They promised student loan. They promised student loan. They failed on that.
They failed. Yes.
They failed on that. They promised $1 to $1. They failed on it. So those electoral promises that were made by APC, they failed. But in terms of infrastructure, I think the Buhari administration has actually done a bit well in terms of specific.
All right, and if you also ask me for free and fair election, for me, I will give him credit on that. You know, so
I will also give him credit on that.
Yes, I'll give Buhari credit on that.
To allow
only that one, but no wahala. Thank you very much, Mr. Emeka.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I will like Mr. T to talk to us. Mr. T. No, is it Mr. T now or Omoyesko now? Okay, Mr. T. Mr. T, talk to us. Good evening to you, my brother. Talk to us in 5 minutes. Okay, Mr. T is not available. Omoyesko now, please talk to us in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, you are there. Okay, talk to us, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Just to make, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, where you're watching from, and thank you, Mr. Elvis, for all that you're doing. Appreciate it. To everyone in the comment section, thank you for all of the comments, and we hope that the Chatham House event today.
Hold on, Mr. T. My dear sister Iris Finance, we are not talking about presidential election. We are talking about his promises since being in power. If you check it, go back and check it, you know that Buhari have kept to his word in free and fair election. He have kept to his word. He's not supporting APC or whatever. He's saying the IRS. That's why you see Nigerians are begging him to make sure this presidential election is also free and fair result. Thank you. Mr. T, go ahead.
Well, I think if I need to take you on what you just said now, until you see the end of this current election before you can say that Buhari.
Yeah, so far, he kept to his promise. So far, we should say things are read. So far, I'm not judging him on presidential race or election. So far, That's the only part. And most Nigerians are begging Buhari, please keep to your promises. Don't change it this time. You've kept to it all this while. No can change on this presidential race. That's what everybody is saying. So far, I am not judging him in totality, but so far, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much for this clarification. I mean, for whoever did not have the time to watch the Chatham House interview, even the deaf or the blind, the deaf could hear about it. The blind can, even though they don't. And I'm not saying this to speak on anybody's disability. It's just that I'm using maybe figurative expression now. To the deaf in UK, it was loud. To the blind, they could hear that something happened today in UK, and so it will not be a surprise that some people don't have the time to watch it. Maybe their principal send them on errand to different places to go do some other things. But for those that are concerned, I mean, you watched it. You heard what PeterObi said. So I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise that some don't have the time to watch it. Maybe they're too engaged or too busy, or maybe people can actually say what they want to say. If it's not for them, it cannot work out. But to everything that he said today, I think the only thing we can say is that he's able to deliver on those promises that he made. Like he's been saying, he's been consistent on his words and his actions and attitude and charisma, which even played out today in Chatham House.
No, how do you mean delivered? He have not delivered anything. How do you mean he has able to deliver? Please, can you repeat?
So he made those promises, right? He made those. He still spoke to his manifestos. What we're saying is that he's able to follow through when he becomes a president, as we all are praying that God take him there and then be able to begin to leverage, be able to begin to do those things that he said he wants to do, so that the Babylon people, let me use Nigerian local language now, will not begin to say,
not delivered is any of his promises because he's not elected yet. We are waiting for that.
So that's what we're waiting for, and we're saying that we pray that God will help him get there and then begin to deliver on those promises that he made.
And I believe strongly he will do that, but
so
he has not done yet.
I mean, we just have to, we have to keep saying this so that the surrogates to the Agbados and Mecanos, we understand what is coming and what is coming to play out. Because if you look at what happened in Chatham House today,
did you watch the whole video, Mr. T?
I didn't watch the whole video. I mean,
you missed.
No, I mean, I was able to watch some part of it. I was able to watch a big part of it. Time difference also plays out. But I mean, I was able to watch, and then how he carried himself. You can see difference between a sane man with integrity and charisma with somebody just trying to sell himself or impose himself on Nigeria. And one thing we must understand is that politics has gone beyond you just trying to impose yourself on a country or people. It's about what you can do for the people. How can you rescue Nigeria? Nigeria is in a dire state now. So it needs the right person to come deliver it. I mean, you can watch how PeterObi was talking to the people. Even the white guys there, they were surprised with his charisma, with the way he said things, with the way he was. This guy was basically jotting down the point as they were asking him questions. He wasn't distributing questions to anybody to answer for him. He answered those questions by himself. And that is what a good leader should do, because the people needs to hear from you.
We don't see any teamship there today, Mr. T. No teamship.
I was even thinking that he was going to probably carry you to follow him down to UK. I mean, he was going to call you to come meet him in Chalamas, and then he was going to give you some questions to answer for him. Or even maybe come Mr. CM. Maybe even come Mr. CM to come answer some. But he didn't do that.
No, they don't come Mr. CM. Network not good. If they come Mr. CM, he go use network test for everything.
But I mean, you can. So Nigerians need to hear from the right man that can do the job, and he did that. He spoke to the question. He spoke to insecurity. He spoke to power. He spoke to different things. He spoke to the core problems of Nigeria, and I wish that other people can follow suit. But one thing is, corruption has eaten deep into Nigeria. That people that knows the right thing will not say it. Okay, so for example, the case of Jandong saying that Lagos Polytechnic that becomes TVC now was a land allocated for a school, and somebody took that land as his own property. Who does that? Who does that? That is the highest level of wickedness. That is how bad the country has gotten to. And it's so painful that you see people still canvassing for these people. That is the highest level of wickedness. But in summary, my conclusion to Nigerian is that I know some people are waiting for the G5 governors to come speak. Nigerians, wherever you are, maybe in the north, the south, the east, the west, do not wait for any G5 governors before you go out and do the right thing. PeterObi has spoken to your conscience today in Chatham House. Please go do the right thing. Get your PVC and vote for Peter and Dati. These are the right people for the job. And the only reason why you need to vote for them is because if you vote for them, Mr. CM already told us what's going to happen to the port. He came and then told you what's going to happen to power and things like that. So this is the right time for you to make the right choice. Please go out there and make the right choice. Thank you.
Mr. T, God bless you, my dear brother. Thank you so much for your submission. All right, let's move to Omoye's Corner. Omoye's Corner in the building.
Yeah. No. Yeah, what you dey play? Your girl don't arrive.
We miss you today for that live broadcast. Trust me.
Oh my God. I did, you know what? I don't know say you go broadcast and I was somewhere else. I was at work, I was in a meeting, but if you see it, I put earphone on. They follow them, they do meeting, they listen to Chatham House with another ear.
Live.
Oh, I missed that. Man, walk not let me see road. Mr. Niger Watch, I go reach out to you. But area, before I greet first, if I greet my president.
Sorry, I like to let everybody know that we are also going to broadcast live on the INEC Chairman tomorrow at Chatham House. So endeavor to
okay. Oh, right. Awesome. Okay. So I'd like to greet my president, Your Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi and Ahmed Dati. Yeah, they represent now. Then, after I don't talk down and finish, greetings to my fellow fire commenters, panel of judges, and adequate timekeepers. So, let me first start by saying, please, have we done a mashup or a pari passu or side-by-side evaluation of when Agbado went to Chatham House and when our president, Peter Obi, went to Chatham House? Have we been able to do this side-by-side? Because I didn't see him answering any questions apart from Baba Blue. Nothing. So, based on that, Peter Obi came. I thoroughly enjoyed his speech. The speech he gave prior to answering those questions, fire. That's why I did shout. I go take break, I go shout, I go come back. I say, hey, Lord have mercy. This is what it feels like to have representation. This is what it feels like when a leader cares for its people. Did you guys see where he was answering questions outside prior to even him giving the Chatham House interview? He was outside answering some people's questions.
And he did not assign any question.
None whatsoever. And you know what, do you know what really, really baffled me the most about this man? Every question, he had adequate responses to each and every one. That tells you how concerned this man is about the length and breadth of Nigeria. It's mind-boggling. Without looking at any piece of paper to remind him, this guy has everything. He's even telling the British that they too, they are owing, telling them the exact amount of their debt. Nobody, my people, this is what it feels like to have great representation for you and everyone else. That man is representing the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've never said it here before. I am very excited that he's not a sectional leader. They were trying to corner him into being a sectional, a tribal person. Like, yeah, the man, even his way, is a global representation of the Black race. I am especially proud of him. I personally will not entertain anyone whose candidate cannot answer questions coherently. There's no need to even argue with anyone whose candidate cannot answer questions coherently but say Baba Blue, Agbado, Cassava. I'm sorry, we don't have anything to discuss. Peter the Rock Obi has broken down everything as he's going to do it. And it requires every one of us to be a part of it. And you know what I appreciate about him? He answers the question at the same time, letting you know that he does not have the answers to all of it. I especially love the fact that when somebody stood up, a plant, he was obviously planted, stood up to say, hey, what about this IPOB thing and all of that? And he said, everybody's agitating. Even the Yorubas are agitating. Edo people, they agitate. Every corner of Nigeria is agitating. It go reach every empire that makes up Nigeria, go make their agitation obvious to everybody. You know, I really, really loved his response because that tells you a leader whose ears are to the ground, that knows exactly what's going on. And of course, when he responded to the questions of the powers behind the reason why we do not have electricity, I absolutely loved his response on that. Of course, he needs to take it head on. We must have light by fire, by force. When sun come out, everybody they get light. Sun. During the day, you don't need to turn on your light. Nature itself has already given you light. Wetin come be our own excuse? The entire world, majority, most parts of the world, 95% of the world, or maybe more, has light. Not only Nigeria, wetin be our own? Meanwhile, we have certain few group of people sitting on top of it as if now their personal property. And by the way, there are people whose children, thank you very much, Sister Rita, for that video, who are wanting, pushing and pressurizing their fathers to be president so that they can live a lavish lifestyle, move their families abroad, and be living lavishly on top of other people that are suffering. That is their career move for life. Is, oh, let my father be president so that I can enrich myself, move my family, so I can live the same lifestyle I have in Nigeria overseas. It no go happen for now. Una no go see am. You better go and start looking for work as security guard if you don't get education. It is time for Nigerians. And do you know what? I loved his finishing. When he said, nobody can stop an idea whose time has come. I literally passed out. I said, hey, yepa, mic drop. I help and drop the mic. He waka comot for stage, shaking everybody. No. I can go on and on about the Chatham House interview. But I say, Nigerians, they don't break. If you are still sitting on the fence, there's something very wrong. And as that pastor prayed, if you are putting your hand and say you want to vote for the people that have contributed to the decadence, to the worsening situation of Nigeria, may your children and your children's children and the generation after for 1,000 years be like the person that you are voting for. I yield.
Thank you very much, Omoyes Corner. Thank you very much for your submission. All right. Thank you very much, my people. Everybody has contributed. I'm just going to do 2 minutes round now so we can round up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember that we've been on air all day today, all day. No breathing space at all. We're going to start all over again tomorrow. So endeavor to continue to join us like this. To be honest, I'm so grateful having all my panelists, my commenters, my spectators, all of you. I'm grateful to every one of you equally. I'm so grateful. To be honest, my comment section is always busy, compared to other people's comment section. I'm so grateful, So I want to say I'm grateful. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. With this high spirit that we all are portraying now for our principal, Mr. PeterObi, I know certainly, fingers crossed, by God's grace, 25th of February, we all will dance and sing together for the victory of Mr. PeterObi as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Appreciate you all. Let me do the 2 minutes round, quickly, and let's move on. Before that 2 minutes round, I would like to quickly take break. Let's take break. I appreciate you all. Every one of you that is encouraging us, we are so grateful. Trust me, you don't know how some of your comments means a lot to us. Some people now you leave comment for them. I don't know, say this comment means a lot. As I read them, if maybe my energy they go down small, the energy will rise again. I begin to carry my body like this. It's just the fact. Thank you. Let's take 2 minutes break. Stay mute. God bless you all.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, go there biza biza. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. No, they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí Sábà Mẹ́la. Anybody? Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti finishi. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all. Yes. We're already smiling. Trust me, it's been a beautiful day. By the special grace of God, we all will come back to celebrate together next month. God bless you all. Okay, let's start with Alex. My brother Alex, if you're still with us, you have your 2 minutes. Everybody stick with your 2 minutes so we can round up Talk to us in 2 minutes, my brother.
Yes, Nigerians, thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
I thank everybody for the devotion, for the consistency. Those on the comment section, you are great. And the viewers who are supporting the Obidati movement for a new Nigeria, may God continue to strengthen us. Of course, my ever-ready panelists, those who are here and those who are not here, I thank you. I salute your courage. Thank you so much. We are making history together. Remember, PeterObi is not running for presidency. We are running in him. The first time a Nigerian presidential aspirant will use such comments. So the dismantling of the wicked oligarchy has already started. They know they are losing already, and everything that has a beginning got an end. And I'm happy that the end of the oligarchs are very close. Obi is not coming to fight anybody. He's just coming to want to do his own thing, to work for the people. Come to think of it, since 1960, since 1970, since 1980, 1999, this same set of people have been, around the corridors of power. The country is still the same. Tinubu was in charge of Lagos. Atiku was a vice president. What's changed? People will argue that they were not directly in presidency. Lagos, whenever it rains, is flooded. Lagos is full of tout. It's a glorified village, and you know that. So if that is how to build a place, and you say you build Lagos, a former federal capital territory of a whole nation, for me, I don't want your kind of building. So I love the way Obi responded to all his questions, the way he spoke about electricity, the way he spoke about distribution and generation of electricity, the diasporans, the Nigerian passport. I mean, the guy is good. So guys, we are on the right track. I don't know where these people are going with this money, the Tinubus of this world. You've made money. You've looted the whole state dry. You've done your worst. Abode was removed from being a governor because he was not remitting some kind of money, allegedly. You've made everything. So what do you want from power? Let us allow a younger generation. Obi stand for that generation. He feeds our purse. He did this Christmas with the displaced people, IDP camp. He visited the flood victims in person. He didn't send a delegation. He has given us flashlights of what we should look up to. And the whole Nigerian youth are standing in as a continuation of the NSAS massacre protests, asking for justice and a better country. So I see a new Nigeria in him. I see the dismantling of the wicked vampires who has caged Nigeria and has raped Nigeria and has ripped Nigeria since Okay, thank you, Josh.
My brother, say Alex, if they give you time, you in fact, I understand yourself. Sometimes you go talk for 10 hours. You go be like saying 2 minutes. You till the talk since.
Nigeria was like we no verse.
Now wow, this man will talk. To be honest, I respect you, my lovely brother, because
let's see.
They try. Why? Okay, let's move on. Mr. Aitza, your 2 minutes start now. Talk to us, sir.
Hey, thank you for your patience and for your sacrifices for today. So do I have to say thank you to all the panelists for their patience and sacrifices. We are all pursuing the same goal for a better Nigeria for all of us, a country we can call our own. So I'm happy. Please let us continue to encourage our family members and our friends and well-wishers in Nigeria, whatever instrument we can use, encourage them to go get their PVC. Let them not wait at the last minute, please. Nigerians, don't wait for the last minute. Sacrifice a day or 2 days is not going to kill you for 4 years. For another hard 4 years, another 8 years. 2 days is nothing to compare for the suffering when you try to make this mistake. Oh, it doesn't concern me. Oh, after all, the one I've been voting before, what is the result? This time around, you will see the result you have never seen before if you do not do the right thing. So please, we are begging. whatever we can use, every channel that we have to talk to our people in Nigeria, encourage them to go get their PVC. Do not wait for the last minute, and by the grace of God, God keep each and every one of us alive. Make sure that you vote on that day. That's my appeal. And also, I'm hearing that I don't know if it is PeterObi is leaving London tonight and is going to Kaduna tomorrow for campaign. I don't know how true it is, but you see, this man is an engine, you know. So
yes,
I think they are moving to Kaduna tomorrow. If the information I got is true, they are leaving tonight and tomorrow
yes,
is in Kaduna.
yes, he's leaving tonight, sir. He's leaving tonight.
Okay, but you don't know about the Kaduna rally tomorrow.
Yes, it's happening tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my brothers and sisters, you can see that the campaign program of the party is on. They have a strategy. We are trying to face the north right now. At the last minute, that's where we are going to storm. Every nooks and crannies of the north, we are going to storm. And the remaining few states in the south will be taken care of. I know that the boy has been postponed to 27th of this month. So we are on course, but let us never give up. Thank you, my brother, for your sacrifices. As you said, we shall all clink a glass of wine here on that day by God's
Yes,
grace.
yes.
We shall all celebrate. And every
Yes.
one of us will dust our bags and to go home and say, and kiss the land of Nigeria once more again. When we arrive at the airport, we kiss at the airport and say, welcome to a new Nigeria. You know, this is my prayer, this is my hope. God bless you, and we see each other tomorrow, God's willing, if I'm here, but I know I'm working tomorrow. But whatever happens, all my panelists that will be here tomorrow, I wish you the best of discussion and the best for Nigeria. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you, sir. We always appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's move on to the next person. Mr. T, please talk to us in 2 minutes.
I mean, all that we can see at this time is for Nigerians to actually go out there, get their PVC,
yeah,
get their PVC, and make the right choice. The time is now to make the right choice, and the simple reason is of the fact that people are dying. There's hunger everywhere, insecurity. I mean, just watch the video that you showed yesterday. 100 million naira ransom for a kidnapped victim. This is the right time to make the right choice. Don't be dissuaded by any fallacy out there, any words from the wicked people, because I mean, some people, their conscience is been sold out. Honestly, it's been sold out, and it just bothers me that people can be in diaspora. I mean, for example, people living you live in Canada and then you're canvassing for people to vote for Tinubu. You live in the UK and you are canvassing for people to vote for Atiku or to vote for these wicked leaders. How on earth can you do that?
No, Mr. T, we get one old man for UK for a year after 78 years for UK. He still they say that Tinubu you want to home, not let him go. We get him for a year.
Well, I think some pastors have made some prayers. If you're canvassing for a candidate, they said maybe I mean, I won't want to say what they say. Maybe you can play the video later on because I won't curse anybody.
We'll play it.
But the only reason why you can see people like Omoye's Corner, Madam Rita, CM, Mr. Harles, and then other people from all over the world watching, and then they are passionate about Nigeria, is because they've seen things in the past. And I always say that you're forced in Nigeria before you became a UK citizen. You're forced in Nigeria before you became a Canadian citizen. You're forced in Nigeria before you became a UK citizen.
Your 2 minutes is up. Thank you.
Okay. But I mean, please get your PVC, make the right choice, and do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Madam Rita, please, your 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. I think Sir Alex and Mr. Ike, you've said it all. Nigerians, please let us prove to the naysayers the Agbados and Mikanos of Nigeria, the surrogates, all the sitting on the fence people. Let us prove to them, like what Peter the Rock Obi, my president, said, when an idea of the Obidati movement is out, it can never be obliterated. That idea is what we need to prove to the doubters, the ones who will give us fake statistics and think that maybe we didn't even go to kindergarten. That's all we need to do, people. That's all we need to do. Get your PVCs. Those of you in diaspora, please try and encourage someone back home to get their PVCs. Please. Viva Nigeria, Viva Niger Watch, and Viva Peter the Rock Obi Dati movement. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita. I'm so grateful having you. You're always here joining others to encourage us here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you always. Thank you. Madam Omoye Kona, please talk to us, your 2 minutes.
All right, people. You know what time it is, Nigerians. Get your PVC. According to Oga Ike, if they say 3 days, do 3 days. Do 3 days online until you collect your PVC. You see this election, now Peter the Rock will be all the way. They never burn them. We dey here. We remain gidigba. Iroko tree, immovable. Hey! Obidati, Your Excellency, sir. We salute you. We dey await celebration. My son be done ready. Daily, everything set. Hey! Peter the Rock will be all the way. See you later.
Okay, thank you very much, Omoye Kona. The CM, sir, I hope your network will allow you to use your 2 minutes. Please use your 2 minutes to talk to us, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Niger Watch. Today, PeterObi announced his candidacy to the world, his readiness to take on the great task of cleaning Nigeria, as we read in the newspaper the other day. If there is anybody still doubting his capability, his competence, his articulation, his mental alertness, and his ability to engage people, today is the evidence. He has put it beyond doubt. So what we can do, like most people have said, is get your PVC. Good times await Nigerians. That bad omen, that bad tendencies will be turned around. PeterObi is ready. He's not having more than 2 kids, all grown up, independent, not 31. He did not distribute questions. In fact, he didn't even sit down. He stood up to
He
show
was stingy in distributing
that
questions.
capable.
He was stingy in giving out questions.
Okay, probably he was stingy in distributing questions. Well, that type of stinginess is good, and he stood up all through to answer the questions and came out to tell Nigerians. If there is anything somebody should remember today, the first time he stood out, when he came out, he said, "You should be proud of your green passport." Saying it in a foreign land, we know what that means. May God bless PeterObi forever and ever. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, CM. Thank you, sir. Thank you for always being there for us. We appreciate you always. All right. The last person we have here on the screen is King Emeka. Please use your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, and also thank you for allowing me to go last. The moment of truth is close by. 38 days left for Nigerians to go to the polling stations to cast their electoral duties and vote for who they believe would be the one to implement the electoral dreams that they want. To these Nigerians, I say to you, do not relent, do not feel weak, exercise your civic duty, do not be afraid, regardless of the setbacks and those who might want to shame or insult you, to feel you are doing the wrong thing or to change your opinion or your candidates. Do not feel ashamed. Let your vote speak for you. Let your conscience express itself through your voting pattern and vote who you strongly believe we implement their manifestos and the promises that they have made. We all know politicians would overpromise and underachieve. So go there with a strong conviction in your heart and your head and vote for who you think is the right candidate for you.
The right candidate.
Do not be perturbed. Do not be afraid. Do not fall for the sign languages, the shaming and the insults. Do what you know is right for you and your loved ones. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother, King Emeka. I appreciate you all. Mr. CM, thank you so much. Mr. I, thank you so much. Mr. T is still right here with us. Thank you very much. And I want to appreciate every one of you that have joined us today on this panel and those of you that have been with us all day today. I want to say we are grateful. I don't know how to thank every one of you. I will say I get that plenty money now. I will say my begin they give all of my money, all my spectators. I will they mention your name. Everybody take this money, take this money. I don't like watch. I mean, they talk about money for you. I don't like watch. They give me money. First, they give me 2 years now. Just they give me another one again. I don't like watch. Thank you so much, my dear brother. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate every one of you. My people, I don't feel like to now. I don't tire. Now, manage, I ought to do all these things for years. Since me, I don't tire. So, make I go relax. I forget the energy to come back again tomorrow. I appreciate you all. Now, God bless you now. Take care and good night.
No,